1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're back this week with an up-the-neck version of one of my most popular lessons, Man of Constant Sorrow, in the key of G. A great way to improve your knowledge of the fretboard is to take a solo you already know down the neck and find those notes and play an up-the-neck solo. So this would be a great lesson for someone that already has learned a down-the-neck version of Man of Constant Sorrow and now wants another solo to tackle. I'm going to break down the whole solo note for note and then show you a bunch of up-the-neck backup you can do for Man of Constant Sorrow. And if you're watching this preview on YouTube, you can head over to my website, mikeheadingmusic.com, grab the full lesson. You'll get all the videos, all the tabs, and all the practice tracks that come with this lesson. Alright, here's an up-the-neck version of Man of Constant Sorrow in the key of G. Let's start breaking down this up-the-neck version of Man of Constant Sorrow. Let me play the first 5 measures, and then we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Let's do that a few times. One more time, a little faster. Okay, so we're going to start up here. Let's get our basic position down. Okay, so we're going to start by sliding our 3rd finger, our ring finger, from the 10th fret to the 12th fret on the 3rd string. That's going to be on beat 2, so I recommend counting beat 1, 1, and then 2, and then we're going to get up to the 11th fret on the 2nd string with our 2nd finger, and then 10th fret on the 1st string with our 1st finger. So you're basically in this position 12, 11, and 10 with your 3rd, 2nd, and 1st fingers. So let's just practice that. I'm just playing TIM, thumb, index, middle with my right hand. So that's the position we're going to want to practice getting used to. And then our pinky is going to go up to the 12th fret. Let's just get used to playing those notes. I'm just taking my pinky on and off. So that's going to be the position we're going to use quite a bit. That's basically just mimicking this position down here. So that's what we're just grabbing those notes up here. And that's a little bluesier. We're basically working out of this G bar chord shape, except we want to omit the 2nd string, that B note. That's a little too happy for this kind of bluesy song, so we're just omitting that 2nd string. It'd be a B note, you know, in your normal bar chord, and we're just playing it this way, okay? So it's a little bit of theory behind this position, and I think if you get the position down, it'll make more sense. So refer to my left-hand fingerings below the tab as well. Those are the numbers in the circle. So 1 is your index finger, 2 is your middle finger, 3 is your ring finger, and 4 is your pinky. Following my left-hand fingerings on this lesson will really help you out. Okay, so one more time, we're going to slide from 10 to 12 on the 3rd string. So 1. Don't slide too quick. Get a good solid first note. Another thing we can think about with this lesson is a lot of times when I'm going up the neck, I might move my hand, my right hand, a little bit closer to the neck. Basically, my hands come together. You get a little bit of a sweeter tone, but I want you to experiment with your placement of your right hand, because on this song, we might want a little bit of a sweeter tone, but we also might want to keep it a little bit bluesier. So I might play a little bit more back here, you know, than I normally would up the neck. On maybe a happier song, I might move my hand a little bit closer, but what I want you to do is experiment with that and figure out what sound you like the best, okay? Up here is going to be a little bit sweeter sounding. Back here is going to have a little more bite. So experiment with your banjo and see what sound you like, okay? One more time, let's do that pickup. So 1. And then right here, you're going to hammer on your pinky up to the 12th fret. So I'm going to play my middle finger of my right hand. I'm going to keep this whole position down, and I'm going to hammer on from 10 to 12 on the 1st string. And you're really going to have to hammer that down. Get some pinky power there. And then I'm going to do 2 forward rolls, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, keeping this whole position down. So we've got and what I really want you to work on this song is accenting different notes, okay? We don't want to hear, we want to accent the first string in this case. That's our melody note. Remember if we were playing it down here. Something like that. So we want to make sure we're highlighting that first string. Not that you can't hit the other strings. You really want to avoid hitting your 5th string and 3rd string too hard there. It won't have quite the right feel if you're accenting the wrong note. So really important, make sure you're accenting the first string on this opening melody line. And then measure 3, you're going to take your pinky off for a second and do a forward roll 5, 2, 1. So keep your position down. Hit the 5th string. Put your pinky back on, 12th fret on the 1st string. Back to the open 5th string. Take your pinky off and then middle index, 1st string, 2nd string. Let's do that on its own. Again, keep your whole position down. All you're doing is taking your pinky on and off there. Remember, accent the top strings, the 1st and 2nd string there. Don't hit the 5th string too hard. And then we're going to land on the 12th fret of the 3rd string. And then do that forward roll 5, 3, 1 again. But this time, I want you to work on accenting the 3rd string. So we've got... So compare that with what we did in measure 2 where we were accenting the 1st string. Now in measure 4 we're going to accent the 3rd string. So a subtle difference, but we're taking basically that same melody line and accenting it in 2 different ways. Where the first way we were highlighting the D note up here on the 12th fret. Just like we would down here. And now in measure 4 we're accenting the 3rd string, which is our open G note, which would be more like... So that's what we're doing there, really important. Listen to me closely. And then you're going to keep this position down, take your pinky off of your left hand and roll forward. This is measure 5, strings 3, 2, 1. And then backwards, 11th fret, 12th fret on the 3rd string. Those are quarter notes. So you've got 1 and 2, 3, 4. So let's play those first 5 measures. 1. One more time, a little faster. 1. So use those quarter notes at the end of measure 5. Now you're going to slide down into a C chord, pinky on the 10th fret of the 1st string, 1st finger on the 8th fret. Basically this F-shaped C chord. We're just going to play the top 2 strings though, so pinch those, index and middle. And then roll forward 5, 2, 1. So let's practice that once. We've got... You got to move quick there. And then roll forward, like I said, 5, 2, 1. And then we're going to slide back up to this position, back to our home base position, and then do 5, 2, 1 again. So we've got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Use that 5th string to help you travel there. Let's do that a few times. That's also why I'm using my pinky there and sliding down to help smooth out that transition. One more time. So again, you go into that. And then right here, take your pinky off, put your 1st finger back down on the 10th fret of the 1st string, roll forward again, 5, 2, 1. and then one more fifth string. Now you're going to reach your third finger way up to the 13th fret of the second string, and we're going to slide from 13 to 15. And then put our pinky up on the 15th fret of the first string. Let's practice that slide a few times. That's 3 and 4, so you've got... Let's do all of measure 7, so we've got